session is this?
I believe it's 10.
10, is it?
Mm-hmm. Not counting the
Really?
prelude. The prelude would make it 10. Would make it 11 actually.
Yeah, that doesn't
Really?
count. That's why it's a prelude.
I know.
All right, so this is episode 9 or 10. This
10.
is 10. Last. All right. Well, welcome to Shady Shadows over Shadowshade, episode 10, which, according to Shadows of the Demon Lord canon, this is supposed to be the last session, but it isn't, probably. All right, so where we left off is you guys were in the old hideout, and you were discussing your options, and I believe you had decided that your next course of action is to go medieval on the wizard in his tower. But you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought we were talking we could either force him into something or trick him into something, actually use our brains instead of our beat down.
I mean, if possible, sure. I believe what we were talking about is to go there, have Matthias go into Shadowshade, find the layout of what's going on, get a couple supplies, take them to the wizard as that we were going to supply them, as we agreed to, and then get an audience with him that way, since Colette and Percival isn't there to just kind of run interference. He'll have to do it himself. And we can talk to him and see if we can reason with him or not, I guess.
So the idea, I also thought the idea was to kind of get at his eyepiece, see if we can destroy it or do something to it, correct? No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The question is, I mean, can we find any information out from his room? Right. But yeah, getting the eyepiece would be good. But I don't know that that'll help us necessarily, but might hurt him, right?
Maybe keep the eyepiece hostage, right? Because he's so keen on finding something up in the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
Then not really destroy it, but say we'll destroy it if he doesn't tell us what we need to know.
Yeah.
Which I'm still a little confused on as to what we really need to know. Is it the location of the Sons of Sam, the leadership?
No, I think we just need to know what this what is it called? The flaming I don't remember what it's technically called, the star, but what it means and what, because obviously he wants to know about it and the Sons of Simon want to know about it, so we need to figure out what it is.
Starfire.
Starfire. So we need to figure out what it is and what it's going to do, and Otto has some idea that it has something to do with this destroyer that they were told about by Mirsa, but he is not, or actually told about by Hans. Mirsa had also mentioned something about something coming back that they were trying to stop, and he all thinks it's the same thing, right? But
would Matthias's order have any books or a library that would have more information? Shadowmeister?
They may, but that is a long way away.
Oh, okay. It's not in Shadowshade.
Oh, goodness, no. No,
Okay.
Shadowshade to Matthias is a backwoods nothing. You've never even heard of it until you came to the area.
Okay.
And he is right, it is a backward nothing. So I guess we would just head south at the very least, right? And then, so Otto's plan would be to head south, along, not on the road as usual. Have Matthias go into Shadowshade, probably with Colette, and then procure some supplies, and then use that as they go down to Zeldun's tower, and get an audience in there. Perhaps try to have someone sneak up. So my idea is Zeldun will have to come downstairs to let us in and talk to us to get the supplies, because he doesn't have any more indentured servants. And when he does, either somebody can try to sneak upstairs and take a look, although I don't think that's going to work. So we're just going to have to either try to talk him down, or when that doesn't work, I guess we'll have to come to blows. That's my general guess. Tell me if anybody thinks that's wrong.
But if we engage him, are we engaging him to subdue him or to outright just beat the shit out of him and search his stuff? And
Whatever it takes, I would say. I mean, subdue would be
I mean, you
fine.
can be very picky with the wizard because he's not
Yeah.
going to be trying to subdue us.
Yeah. And
So, from Matthias's point, I mean, this conversation is meta, so I'm talking as a player. I was listening in on that session the last time where you spoke to the wizard, and it seemed he was a man of very few words, if any, and I don't know if we'll be able to have a conversation with him unless we have something that intrigues him that he's ready to open up about.
yeah, I agree. I think that he's going to deny us flatly. But at this point, I see no pussyfooting around any other way. There's only one way, and we know who has information on it, and it's him. And that's the only way we can get this information, is going there. I don't see anything else we can do at this point. I mean, I mean, I understand that we probably won't be able to talk him down. We'll have to fight. That's so be it at this point. I don't know what else to do.
Maybe Colette knows something about the tower. There's like maybe some sort of waste. Like, I mean, there has to be wastes created within the tower that needs to be extracted, right? So maybe there is a
Poop
waste
chute.
Yeah, like a poop chute or something like that we could use to infiltrate the tower. Go in from the rear end, as one would say.
Colette says they had to carry that shit out themselves in buckets.
Okay, so we've got our inn. We just get in a bucket.
Okay, I guess, yeah. Do we know what supplies? Like, I mean, Matthias won't know, but do we know what supplies are needed from Shadowshade?
Yeah, he just wanted food and stuff, basically. I don't think there was any. As I recall, there was nothing special in the last request of what he wanted.
Nope. Basic provisions to maintain his little household.
Yeah.
Then my other question is, when was the last time we gave him the provisions?
I don't think we've ever actually given him any. Oh yeah, we did. We did.
One.
Yeah, when Colette and Percival first came with us, right? So he probably is wondering where we are just to ask if he needs any. That's what I'm assuming. And we'll just show up with them and, oh, we read your mind, sort of thing.
Yeah, because I wonder if it's possible to siege him with food, as in if he needs food and provisions, and if Colette was the only way out for him, then
yeah, potentially. But how are we going to get in the tower after he leaves? Is the question. We could poison his food.
True. Yes, we could do that.
if any of us knows anything about herbs, try it to knock his ass out or at least debilitate him some.
Yeah, I would say that's probably more Reinhold or you. Have some. I would have no idea how to do that.
I got some ways, but yeah.
Some really potent chamomile tea.
So Otto asks Colette, he says, if the wizard was not in the tower or the wizard was indisposed, could you open the doors?
If he left it for us to be able to open it, yes, I know a small incantation that will open it.
Yeah, he looks at Reinhold and Wrecker and Matthias, and I had thought about this while we were on the road, and perhaps we could dose his food that we're going to give him. Either make him violently ill, or better yet, unconscious. Or dead.
Do you know something about poison, Father?
Well, no. He looks at Wrecker and then you. But maybe someone does.
Cracker pauses. He says, "There are many ways to kill a man, but none more cowardly than poison. Though as a youth, I do not remember many, only the ones that my mother used to tell me what not to eat. I'm not really an alchemist or an herbalist.
No, none of you actually has any background that is appropriate. Not that I would say, I mean, either Matthias or Wrecker could, from there, I'm looking at a couple about the farmer and animal training.
Was there anything in
something maybe, but it's
is there anything in Shadowdale that might have been a midwife or apothecary of any kind?
In Shadowshade?
Yeah, the little have Matthias go to him asking.
Sure, they would have one, but you never found out who. Any village is going to have someone who can act as a midwife. That's just.
Yeah,
but really, Mirsa was kind of the village's wise woman.
Yeah, because trying to find somebody and saying you're having a lot of trouble sleeping could easily work. If anything, they can tell you what to take, or they might have something there and they can tell you to take it in moderation and just taint the shit out of stuff with
We could go to Shadowshade and get that. Try at least.
Yeah, we need to go there anyway, or Matthias does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Meadow, in Mirza's absence, is sort of the medical expert, if you will, in the village. She's the wife of the husband and wife pair that own the inn, the tavern, rather. It's not really an inn, it's just a tavern.
The old lady.
Yeah.
You could go there with flashy coins, complaining about not being able to sleep. Maybe she would give us or tell us something that would help one fall asleep, and we just give as much as we can to the wizard.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. The brains of the operation. And he just kind of smiles smugly. But
we also need your coin.
Yes, of course. And he grabs a few silvers from his pouch. This should be enough for those fools.
Very well.
He gives him probably like 5 silver. That should get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
There's always an option too, a secondary option. We could go and forage any and all mushrooms that we find, chop a little of this and that, and make a nice stew for the man. Offer it as a complimentary prize on your mercantile company's behalf. Who knows, he might eat it.
Yes, and he might make us eat it too. But, yes, we can do that. Perhaps we do both. We'll get the stew prepared while Matthias goes into Shadowshade, and then we'll dump whatever he finds in there as well. Hit him with everything we have.
My gut tells me if he was to see the items unprepared, he would most likely be academic enough to know what they were.
Oh, yes. Certainly, we need to poison his food.
But a nice stew or a pie, even.
Yes, I agree. Reinhold, help Wrecker find the mushrooms. I'll be here, waiting for Matthias.
Fine.
Are there any pastures or anything? Like where cows and stuff? Basically, you want to look for scat. Lots of mushrooms grow in the wild, yes, but also the most toxic ones that I know of will grow in animal scat.
Wonderful.
So we're picking through cow dung?
We're picking the presents from the cow shit, yeah.
All right. Sure. You can, everyone who's doing that can attempt an intellect roll for me with 1 Bane, since you don't totally know what you're looking for exactly.
Nice.
Get him tripping on some fucking shroom.
Not bad.
Not good.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you find some mushrooms and other fungi, and some of it smells pretty weird, but that's probably a good thing. And is this while Matthias is going into the village?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, and none of us can really go in.
Can you ping the village on the map? Is it this?
It is, yes, that is the village.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, you go into Shadowshade. I don't believe you've ever been there before.
I don't think so.
That's a good thing.
Let's, I'll show you the...
Tell me, sir, where can I find your poisonry?
Yeah, exactly.
Here you are.
Yeah. Okay. So you would wander into town from up here along the road.
And I have a list of supplies, I'm assuming, like what I need to get.
Mm-hmm.
And do the supplies look like they can be carried, or do I need to like maybe get a like a wheelbarrow or something and put it all in there?
Well, depends on how much of it you're going to get. I don't know. I mean, they were expecting to have to use a wagon last time. So
The wagon got given away.
yeah.
So basically, I'm the mule then.
You'll be trying to haul a bunch of stuff.
At this point, Matthias realizes what Otto has done with his fine words and kind of slaps his forehead.
Dominated.
You got a pistol, I want that too.
Yeah, that's first on the list.
Yeah, I got a pistol for you. So Matthias is gonna start walking into the village, not knowing what he's looking for. Is there any of these?
What time of day are you going in?
I believe we were having breakfast, correct? When we last left off.
Well, you had to travel all the way down from the
Yeah,
from
we were
the,
pretty far away.
hideout. That's
Okay.
that's like a 2-day journey. So I'm just assuming you guys made that journey and got here, and so
I would say mid-morning would be fine.
yeah, that sounds about right, unless you're deliberately waiting for later.
No. Mid-morning right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can see in the fields that people are working. So most of the activity is happening outside the village. There are a small hand. You see maybe 1 or 2 people as you approach the village, out and about. But the village itself is pretty quiet. It's also not very large.
I see. Do any of these buildings kind of look like a tavern or?
Yes, the one that the roof is off here,
Uh-huh.
that definitely looks like a tavern.
Okay, so Matthias is going to make his way
Mhm.
to the tavern,
Okay.
and he's going to enter.
Yep.
Does he see anyone around?
Yes, he does. He sees both a man and a woman that are kind of cleaning up around the tavern. You would come in this door here, and they kind of look up, and she just kind of the woman sort of glares at you a little bit, and the man says, he wipes his hand on his apron and walks over, and he says, "Morning to you, stranger."
Guten Morgen. I'm looking for a place for some supplies. Would this be a place?
What kind of supplies?
Basic necessities, food.
Oh, we can feed you, but we're not exactly suppliers. There is a trading company that was setting up in town, but the owner run off.
I see. Well, is there anyone else that can provide supplies? I see people working in the fields.
You'd have to talk to his lordship if you want supplies, unless you want to go making individual trades with the people about. Maybe they'll trade you something, but times are lean right now.
Yeah. Is there a midwife in this village?
The woman steps forward and she says, "I act as midwife here in Mirsa's absence. What would you be needing a midwife for?" She looks you up and down.
Well, not your midwife services, of course, but I would like some medicines if you have any. You see, I have trouble sleeping at night, and how do I put this? Trouble going in the morning.
Trouble going.
Yes.
Stopped up there, are you?
Yes, in the morning. It definitely is topped up.
She kind of frowns and says, "You have the look of someone who might be stopped up a lot."
Yes, now. Yes. That is true. That's where this voice comes from. But if you could help me, I would be most grateful.
Well, I might be able to whip you up something if you're willing to pay coin for it.
Yes. Please make it potent, as potent as possible. I'll pay good coin. And for the sleep, of course.
I see. Well, I'm not Mirza, but I'll do what I can.
How long would it take you?
Come back in the afternoon.
Very well.
I've got other things to attend to this morning, but I'll get to it. You see her husband looks a little nervous, and he says, "Don't mind her tone, sir. We don't want to frighten away your coin." And he kind of glares at her. And she just kind of puts on a pouty face and grabs her broom and turns.
Ah,
And
no bother.
he kind of smiles awkwardly. And he says, "Can we be getting you some breakfasts?"
No, I have not been able to go just yet. Hence the medicines, you see.
I see.
But in the
He says-
meantime,
He says,
you
"There's
said something
there's
about
a
a
bucket
lordship.
out back on the side if you need it."
Yes, I will get to it. It does take some time. I hope her medicines can help, though. But you said something about his lordship, about supplies. Maybe I can speak to him.
Well, if you dare disturb the man, he's up in the manor house there.
Dare disturb him. I see. Not a welcoming sort, is he?
Not exactly, no. I wouldn't say. He likes a nice, tidy village. Doesn't like visitors, doesn't like strangers.
Well,
And he says,
I shall.
if you are going to go speak to him, make sure to make the sign of the new god when you enter. He'll like that.
Oh, I see. Well then, let me try that. Until later today afternoon, then, and he looks at the lady.
Yes, yes. We welcome your custom, sir.
Very well then. And then he steps out.
All right.
You're a spy, right?
And you close the door, you can hear him scolding the woman, telling her she has to be more accommodating of anyone who might be willing to spend money.
Matthias will make his way. I'm assuming that this structure here is the Lord's Manor.
It would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to make his way up.
Mm-hmm. And the gate with the little iron bars is shut.
He will knock on the gate.
All right. You hear a door open a little while later, and a man comes out and looks you up and down, and he says, "What do you want?"
I'm here to visit upon the Lord of this village. Just a humble follower of the new god, wishing to speak to another follower.
He says, "Is he expecting you? I wasn't told."
I'm just passing through these parts. It would be most gracious if I could meet him. It is not often I meet followers of the new god.
He looks behind you just to make sure you're alone, and then he says, "I guess there's no harm in letting you in." He unbars the gate and lets you come in.
Matthias goes in.
And
Body language very relaxed.
Yeah. He closes the gate behind you and bars it again. He says, "There are murderers on the loose. You take care."
Thank you for that fair warning, sir. I shall.
And he says, also, don't speak until the lordship addresses you.
Very
And-
well.
And you can you see there's another guard kind of warming himself at the fire here, and he just kind of looks up at you curiously, and he says, "Who's this?" And he goes, "Never mind about that." And he goes and knocks on this door here, and you hear an old voice say, "Who is it?" And he says, "It's Evan, sir. There's a visitor for you, a follower of the new god. He wishes to have words with you." And he goes, "I'll tell him I'll be out." And he says he will be out shortly. "And fetch my worthless son." I shall return. Stay here. And he goes through this door here. And the guy just kind of looks at you awkwardly, saying nothing.
Matthias looks at him and he's kind of going to go by the fire and warm his hands.
Mm-hmm. He says, "What are you, some kind of priest?"
Yes, that would be me. A wandering priest.
"A wandering priest, eh? What do you do?" He looks genuinely curious.
Help out the poor and needy. Bring the words of the new god to them.
Well, you'll find plenty of poor and needy here in this village.
Yes, I do see that. But it is a well-run village, I must say.
If you say so. You the door opens and the old man is standing in the doorway, supported by a cane. And he looks at you. And
Matthias takes a couple of steps forward and then falls to one knee, going.
"Help me to my chair if you'd be so kind."
Matthias gets up, looks around, assumes it's him, and then he's going to help him gently to his chair.
This door opens quickly, and you see this young man open the door and kind of take things in, and he sees that you're about to help his father, and he rushes over and he says, I'll do that. That's my place."
Very well.
The old man just kind of shakes his head, and his son sort of, you're not sure if he's purposely elbowing you out of the way or whether it was just sort of an accident, but he kind of bumps you a bit and then helps his father along very solicitously. And two of them kind of makes way over there, and then he stands behind him, kind of with his arms folded. And he says, "State your business with my father."
Matthias looks at the older gentleman and he says, Your Lordship, I am but a wandering priest. I bring aid and succor to the needy and the downtrodden.
When I think of the needy and downtrodden, I think of suckers indeed. What do you expect to do here? Are you going to bring your succor to my suckers?
Not exactly, Your Lordship. I was hoping to get some supplies for the road.
Oh. You come to take, not to give.
Take from you, yes, with good coin, if you allow it.
Good coin, you say? What kind of good coin are we looking at? I am a faithful man. I give my part and more to the monastery up the road. I'm sure you passed it on your way here.
Matthias doesn't say anything, but mentally he's thinking, did he pass a monastery down here?
You guys did not stick to the road, so maybe you would have, but you didn't.
Matthias nods his head and he says, most certainly, your lordship. I, however, spend my days on the road. There are many folks who need help on the road as well. Sometimes they cannot make it to the monastery.
He says, I'm happy to part you with your coin in exchange for the simple fruits of this earth, but I am having trouble understanding what you intend to do with it. There's nothing else around here. Do you intend to buy food from my people and then give it to them?
Not to your people exactly, not the people in this village. It's the people on the road, the big road leading up to Lofton, right? That's the name of this place where we just escaped from.
Filton?
Filton. There are many weary travelers on their way to Filton. Sometimes they need aid, sometimes they need medicines. I do what I can, all in the name of our new lord.
He kind of rubs his hands together and leans forward a little bit, and he said, so your concern is with the travelers to and from Filton, eh? Why do you not buy your supplies in Filton?
An excellent question, my lord.
I thought so.
Filton tends to be, how one says, overpriced, and they are not as accepting of the new lord as I've heard Shadowshade to be.
So you thought you could come down here and fleece an old man out of his goods? Hmm? An old backwoods country bumpkin like me, eh? Is that your thinking?
A follower of the new lord does not fleece anyone. I will pay coin if I can, if I have enough. If not, I regretfully say that I would have wasted your time, which was not my intent this morning.
I see. Well, how much are you interested in buying exactly? You understand that the harvest is not yet upon us, and we are running low on food.
Well, how much would one silver coin worth of food give me?
I'm sure it's enough you could carry it.
Well, I shall start with that. A silver coin's worth of supplies.
Very well. My son, I entrust this extremely important task to you. Go and sort out what you can from the stores. And give him what you believe to be a silver coin's worth. Meanwhile, you can stay here and tell me about your journeys. I don't get travelers here. And if you're looking to help travelers along the road between here and Filton, I think you'll be terribly disappointed. As very people come out this way.
That may be true, but it's the task I've been set upon by the
Who
church.
exactly set you upon this task?
The church. They said that would make up for my misdeeds.
Ah, now we get interesting. Your misdeeds. I do so love to hear about misdeeds. They abuse me. The son is heading out, by the way, and taking one of the guards with him.
Yes, my misdeeds. I am known to partake in the drink a little too much sometimes.
Mm-hmm. That is a sin, not just a misdeed. I think you go too easy on yourself.
Well, it is worse when one partakes in the drink and blasphemes against the new Lord when one is not in control of one faculty.
Blasphemes. Interesting. I begin to understand why they sent you out here to do your work.
You do? Maybe you can enlighten me, because that is what they said.
Have you not looked about? There is nothing but desolation in this area. I don't mind it, but most people do. These lands were once rich and fertile, but they are cursed and ruined because of man's foolishness and weakness.
The church says the same, but I would not believe them. I still feel there are some good men out here.
Well, you're looking at one of the only ones. And I'm old and soon will pass, leaving no one behind that is worth a shilling.
At this point, Matthias kind of goes into his slightly spy mode and he says, "But your lordship, your son, who's just left to bring me supplies, what about him? He seems a strapping young man, would you not say?"
And you judged him strapping in the short time you met him, did you? What do you make of my offspring? Tell me. I'm interested in your holy opinion.
Does he speak the Lord's name?
Of course he does. I have raised him well. He wouldn't be a free man walking about if he didn't. I don't deal kindly with blasphemers in this village.
Has he left the walls of your keep?
When I send him out to do my bidding, yes, of course. He's not yet free till I die, then he can do as he pleases.
He seems strong enough, but has he been tested?
Tested in what way, I wonder?
His faith, his strength, his mind.
He'll be tested soon enough, I think. When I'm gone, he'll have no one to rely upon except the brothers from the monastery. And I don't know if he's got the wisdom to listen to their counsel. He certainly doesn't listen to mine. Oh, he pretends to, but he's a foolish lad in the end. I know he thinks he knows better than me. But he knows nothing. He's been nowhere and seen nothing.
And perhaps he should join me.
Send him out to the Legion to fight with them. He'd probably die. Fool. But at least he'd have a chance of learning something. What do you think of that? Should I send him away?
If one is to rule your fair land, then one needs experience, would you not say?
True.
Send him. Let him make a man of himself.
I
This
have
world
thought
needs
as
more
much.
of that.
I worry that if I do, though, he will end my line, and I am not keen to have that happen. Sometimes I wonder if a weak son is better than no son at all. But I will take your counsel to mind. And the son and man come back, the guard, and the guard is carrying a sack, and the guard presents it to you. And it has some, it has inside the sack are a couple other sacks with some grains and a little bit of dried meat.
Does it look like it's a silver coin's worth, or does it look like the young?
You can attempt an intelligence or an intellect roll for me.
Intellect.
I don't think you have any backgrounds that would make it better, but if you think you do.
No, just with no boons and banes, correct?
Yep. Your guess is that it is a little light for a silver coin. But still not bad. It's more than you would have gotten in the city.
And at that point, Matthias looks to the Lord, and he kind of bows again very deeply, and he says, "You are most generous, Lord.
Oh,
You
don't
have
thank
helped a
me.
weary traveler."
Thank my son.
And Matthias looks at the man, kind of goes up to him and places an arm on his shoulder, and he says, "You have great responsibility, young one. Bear it well."
You see, he looks a little uncomfortable. And he says, well, yes, I have great responsibility. I try. And the father just laughs and says, well, if this man here thinks you've been generous, then you've not learned much, have you, son? But let it be as it has been. We will take your silver coin, and you may take your goods and go do your good works and penance. And may God go with you and teach you.
And Matthias looks back and places the silver coin on the table, and he says, "May the good Lord be with you too, Lordship." And he turns
he
around.
He is.
And he turns around and looks at the young man, and he says, "And the Lord's peace be upon you as well, young man. You have done a good deed today."
He kind of looks nervously at his father when you say that, and he just kind of nods his head and he says, "Peace be with you, traveler." And the guard kind of rolls his eyes barely perceptibly, and he says, "This way, sir. I'll take you out."
Matthias follows, giving the young man one last look, little perplexed, but doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. All right. The guard just kind of walks you out and makes the sign of the new god as he a little respectfully and says, "Pray for us, sir. These are troubled times."
"I shall, young man. I shall." and do what I can.
And he closes the gates behind you.
Matthias kind of makes his way back to the tavern,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll just kind of sit in a corner waiting for the midwife to finish her preparations.
Yep. You wait a while. And he asks if he can offer you a drink or anything while you're waiting.
Matthias says, not yet. That's the same thing going on. Not yet. I need her medicines. Yes, I do.
All right. You can see she's a little annoyed, and he has quiet words with her, and she kind of glares at you and then heads off and gets out a little mortar and pestle and starts mixing some stuff up and grumbling to herself. And she says, my good wife is right on that, sir. We'll have it to you shortly. And he just starts making small talk about who
Matthias will ask him a couple of questions about the Lord and his son, trying to get an understanding of the relationship. Say, my good man, what can you tell me about the Lord and his son?
Well, the son is an only child and stands to inherit when his father dies. We're all very worried that his lordship is in poor health and his days may be numbered here. And we can only hope that his son will be as wise and strong as his father.
You have no confidence in the young lord?
I did not say that, sir. No, indeed. He is his father's son, and I'm sure he would do well. His father's blood runs in his veins, and he is true to God. So what more could we ask for? You see the woman kind of shaking her head over in the corner there.
Speak freely, man. I'm just a wandering traveler. I like to know more about the people I've met. The son seemed a little kinder than the lordship. Well, but I could be wrong.
You can attempt a will check with one bane if you would be so kind. Well, actually, you've been a priest. Let's call it even.
Okay.
I'd say you have some experience with getting people to open up.
No, wait, hold on. That's Wrecker again. Why is it rolling Wrecker on it?
I see that it says Matthias will challenge.
No, but if you look at it says 1d20 plus Wrecker will mod.
It does.
Oh, that is true. Hold on a second.
Actually, even my intellect mod was Wrecker.
Yeah, that's
Are
interesting.
you me?
Yeah, I can fix that real quick.
But I don't think it would have done much. Just I think it's still a +4.
It wouldn't.
So.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
help.
you wouldn't have made it.
But still, that's a good catch. I didn't even notice that. That will just take a second. And then it shan't happen again. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'll have to, yeah. All right, so the weapon stuff is all good. Okay, it should be all good now.
Cool.
All right. So he just says, well, there's not much to tell. The son keeps to himself up in the manor house, as does his father. Yeah. They leave the running of the village to Broderick. They don't dirty their hands with the day-to-day business of running a village.
I see.
I'm sure his lordship is in his prayers most of the day.
Well, That is good to hear. Man of faith. Man of faith. This land could use more of that.
You can see the old woman smirk a little bit, but it's subtle. And she finally finishes up, and she comes and presents you with 2 little cloths tied up as pouches, and she says, you'll want to mix each of these up in whatever it is you like to drink. She says, just a few pinches. She says it has a foul taste, but it should do the trick.
But which one is which?
She says, this one, she holds up one that's a little bit smaller. She says, this would be for your sleeping troubles, and the other one would be for your larger problem. A larger bag for a larger problem.
You are most kind.
See if you don't judge me differently tomorrow.
As long as it works, I'll be most happy.
She says, oh, it will work. Let's just hope it doesn't work too well.
Yes. Even if it does, I'll still be most happy. And he says, how much for them?
And you can see the husband kind of glaring at her, and she says, I should think a silver piece would be enough.
A silver piece it is then. And he takes one out and he keeps it on the table right up here.
Okay.
And he looks at them, he takes the bottles and he gives a curt bow and he says, you have been most helpful.
He says, I do hope you can come back again. We rarely get travelers. And next time, please help yourself to our hospitality. I'm a fine cook. And my wife here makes a good ale.
Yes, I hope your wife's medicines do help me with my troubles. And then most assuredly, I shall partake in your wares.
And he wishes you a good day.
And Matthias leaves the tavern, looks about himself. Nothing kind of stands out. He's going to make his way back to the group.
Okay. You are back. And all the mushrooms you can gather.
Matthias, when he comes in, Otto, here you go. And he hands him his 3 silver coins.
Yeah, Otto is laying. He's napping as you come back, and what? Huh? Oh, you're back. You're back. And
yes, indeed.
Rubs his eyes and kind of stands up. And what did you get? What did you get?
Some measly supplies. Shadowshade is a shithole.
Oh yes, beyond all question. Beyond all question.
I got some medicines from the midwife there.
Perfect. And he takes everything and looks for the others and says, well, we should be heading down there and then we can create your stew, Wrecker.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
All right. You guys all, head down towards the tower. and I assume it sounds like you're going to set up camp in the woods.
Yeah, probably where we did when we were leaving the last time in that area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Wrecker begins his stew making. All right. It's afternoon by the time you're done, and there, I'd say late afternoon, actually. You gotta make your way down there.
Mm-hmm. Otto looks at the other and he's like, well, there's no use in waiting. Let's take this to the wizard and see if he's hungry.
Definitely, I don't know what kind of supplies he got, but leeks would be awesome. Onions can blend out some of the roughness of the medicine.
Matthias would say, I have these 2 medicines from the midwife. One should put him to sleep, and the other should clear any blockages.
Takes a while for what the hell you mean to dawn upon Wrecker, but when he realizes you giving him basically medieval X-lax, he just, and he just starts laughing at the thought of a wizard on the toilet, or even taking the pointed hat off of his head and using it for a crapper. Just, as I say, we mix both, take no chances.
I agree. I've been told I have a mean sense of humor. Maybe this is what they mean.
Maybe he will expel his bowels and we won't have to talk to him. Better for it, I would say.
I think the secret is to make it smell enticing enough that he'll try it.
I leave that to you, Wrecker. You can ask Reinhold. I'm not much of a cook.
Yes, indeed. Father's strong point is certainly his words, and not his cooking.
Yeah, Wrecker's face kind of gets long and grim for a minute as he reminisces that it's his wife's recipes that were most of the cooking in his life, and he'll begrudgingly look up to, what was her name, Colette?
Mm-hmm.
He'll look at her. He goes, perhaps you could help me. He says, you know what flavors he likes and dislikes, having cooked for him before.
She says that I can definitely tell you what he doesn't like. And she gives you some assistance.
Do we really think this is going to work on this old man? He seems very paranoid.
Wrecker will try to diffuse your pessimism by going, if all else fails, we'll throw the damn thing on him and scald him.
Yeah, and Otto nods. Yes, as I said, I don't expect anything to work. I'm most expecting we'll have to kill him. But we'll do what we can. Making him lose his bowels and fall asleep is better than being tortured by some mad wizard's spell.
It's like they used to say in the Bloodland. It says, the fisherman's only as good as his bait, and his bait is only as good as the fisherman.
Otto looks completely perplexed by that. Yes, well...
Reinhold will just shrug and go back to his reading.
I suppose we should get to cooking then. And he
Yes, so
sits back down.
Wrecker, you can try a perception check to see if you can ascertain whether your stew is coming along well. Are you mixing the stuff in with it, or are you
I'm trying to fold it in.
The whole,
and I'm like,
all of it?
Well, if it smells and tastes bitter and crude, I'd have to add it gradually, because my whole goal is to try and get a healthy mix I'm thinking adding cheese and onions would help take off the acrid, bitter taste of the medicine,
Okay.
and also diffuse the smell of it too. Yeah, go ahead. Just
You learned
Bold
that.
strategy, Cotton.
Master Shadow Chef.
Cooking with Wrecker.
Yeah, cooking with Wrecker. All right, make a perception there.
please be nice.
All right, you're not sure, so you do the best you can. It seems fine to you, but we won't know until you try it. Then.
Colette's assisting me.
Yep, she is.
Wrecker's perception in this game has been pretty poor. Ever perception check.
Yeah. Yeah, she thinks it tastes a little strong, but she says it seems okay to her.
Perhaps the wizard will appreciate strength.
Matthias looks to Colette and he says, "Is there no other way into the tower?"
Unless you can fly.
"No ledges on the wall that I can climb?"
She says you will be amazed at how smooth the stone surface is on the outside of the tower. This tower was raised and restored with sorcery, not with hands. He said there is, of course, an entrance on the roof, but that's why I say if you can fly, we could get up there. Otherwise, I don't see how we could get up that high.
Well, I don't see wings on you, Matthias, so let's get to this. And he, shakes his head. I think this is as good a plan as we're going to get. Poison the wizard. Hope for the best.
Okay. You guys approach the tower. Who all is going? Everyone?
Yeah, before we do that, I'm pretty sure the wizard has never seen me, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, I think it probably would be
You've
better.
certainly never seen him.
Yeah.
You would assume he hasn't seen you.
Yeah, I would assume it's best to have Matthias and Colette wait outside, maybe. Ready to come in, but
Yeah.
because Colette's absconded, right?
So out of sight.
Yes,
Yeah,
out of
okay.
sight.
All right. Fair enough. Let us go to the tower. So Colette and Matthias will be off hiding in the bushes and trees, waiting for a signal to come in or something of that nature, I assume.
You probably hear me scream.
Yeah.
Or death wails from somebody.
Yeah.
And the three of you are outside.
Well, I suppose there's only one way to do this, and Otto just walks up and starts pounding on the door.
Yeah, absolutely, and very discreetly, because clearly Reinald does not think this is going to work.
Okay. Yep. 4 hours ought to cover it.
I would hope so. Unless this is got a really big soup that Wrecker's made here. And...
Yeah. He likes to sip the little teeny bites.
We're not at full health, right?
You should probably be.
Okay.
That would be nice.
Have rested long enough. I mean, you could you could have rushed down here if that was your plan.
Mm-mm. No.
But you could have taken some time to recover. You had enough food to at least last you a few days, enough to recover.
And now, when you're doing the red and green on our tokens, are you using one to keep track of how many wounds someone takes, or are you subtracting from it, and the green is the hit point max that we have?
Green's your maximum, red's the damage taken.
Yes, green is
Okay.
supposed to be your maximum, red is how much you hit.
Okay. So make sure I get that right before we get in there.
Everyone should have 0 in their red.
0 in the red? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, you approach the door.
Yeah. I rap on it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Record's thinking the wizard's smart, so, and especially if he manages to detect the armor on Reinhold, so he's gonna kind of like play more bodyguard than Porter type, like sword and shield out and trying to occasionally looking behind and out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll basically tell you in advance to go, if there's any suspicion, tell them that we encountered resistance along their way here.
Yes, bandits.
You hear a voice from way up high. What do you want?
It's Otto Leitdorf. I've come with some supplies.
You'll find the door open then.
Very well. And he goes about opening the door and walking inside, leaving it open behind him.
Okay. The door opens. Or rather, you open it, but you get no resistance.
Hang back by it.
Mm-hmm.
And Otto just kind of calls out, "We've brought you some fresh stew made from my man Wrecker here. He's an excellent cook." And he looks around and he's like, "Where are your helpers?" He just kind of looks around expectantly.
Yes, you see him. You hear him walking down the stairs to this point here, and he says, "My good-for-nothing servants have fled my employ, it seems."
I am sorry to hear that.
Yes.
You must be famished then.
I have had to cook for myself. A thing I do not enjoy very much, I'm afraid.
Well then, sir, you are in luck. And he nods to Wrecker and walks over to this table and puts down some of the supplies next to it. And we had made the stew last night and had plenty left over, and we thought, as a friendship gift for our new budding relationship, we thought we could bring you some.
I see. A kind gesture, I suppose.
Wrecker smiles, puts it on the table, and says, "It's guaranteed to put hair on your chest and lead in your pencil."
That means it's good. Do not mind his euphemisms.
And he just kind of, he makes an impatient scowl and just says, "I suppose, of course, you'll be wanting payment." And he reaches inside his robe and pulls out a little bag little pouch, and he reaches in and begins counting out a few silver coins.
Otto nods, and he's like, "Yes, of course."
And he reaches out with the coins to you.
Yep. Otto takes the coins and
Mhm.
just kind of tosses them in his hand and swipes it, and kind of an unconscious movement that he's done for years and years and years, right? And kind of tucks them on his belt and very practiced ease, and he's like,
Yes.
"Very, very well."
I want to interrupt real quick.
Yep.
Do you want me to attack him while y'all are exchanging coins?
You're you have to be in character now. We can't be discussing.
Yeah, I mean, I never told you to do so. No.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to play this one by ear.
Yeah.
Good wizard. I would say it was sitting from the barrel.
Good wizard.
He's
Yes.
working backwards.
Would you be needing assistance with your servants gone?
Already starting to turn to go back up the stairs. He says, "Why, do you know someone?"
Myself, of course.
Wrecker will start stewing up a bowl of stew and put a spoon in it while they're talking.
He says, I don't know you or your value. Why would you want to enter my service?
I have some knowledge of magic, and you have great knowledge. I would be willing to assist if you'd be willing to teach.
I will think on it.
Yes, well, perhaps think on it on a full stomach, eh? And he nods over the Wrecker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No need to let good food go to waste.
Make a will check for me, Wrecker and Otto. Otto, you can add a boon.
Oh my god.
You guys are so fucking.
I'll use a fortune point to make it succeed.
Oh god, you fuckers. You should try this stew. Hey, pretty good stew, yeah.
Yeah, I'll use my remaining fortune to...
Okay, so you're not ridiculously bad. But he does kind of eye the two of you just sort of uncertainly for a second. But then his attention goes back to Reinhold. He says, "If I were to agree to this arrangement, how soon could you start?"
Right now, if you'd like me to whip you up that bowl of food there, or whatever you would desire.
Actually approaching him like that?
Yeah, I'll take a couple steps forward, offering in silence. Though I'm nervous, I'm trying to feign that look.
You're offering him the bowl?
Yeah.
He
just kind of standing there, hand it to him, and are you gonna take it or what? Y'all keep talking, but no.
He looks at you and he says, "Have you tried it to make sure it's good? I don't like things too spicy."
Says, yeah, it's got no pepper in it whatsoever. It's nice, and it's got leeks from the local farmlands, and some cheeses. It's a rather subtle but sumptuous meal.
He says, "Oh, good. Well, I am not a selfish man. I like to share, so help yourself, all of you. We'll share a meal together."
Of course.
All right, guys, y'all can hate me if you want.
Says, you'll find bowls down there.
Do what you gotta do.
If y'all gonna start moving towards the bowls or whatever.
Yeah, Otto was like looking at Reinhold as he kind of turns his back to him, and he's like, "Oh, son of a bitch," you know, he's like kind of mumbling.
Like I said, don't hate me, but as soon as he goes, let's share a meal together, you'll find some bowls over there, and I'll go, good. Then I'll slam the bowl in his face.
Oh, God.
And go, yeah, you first, and then go.
Oh, God. Here we fucking go, lads.
All right.
Oh.
Let's agility that bowl into his face.
Oh, if you fuck this up.
I used a fortune point on that.
Unless they replenished one per session, I don't have any.
No,
oh,
they do
shit.
not.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Hey!
All right. The bowl does go into his face. He is not expecting that. I can tell you.
Oh, God, this is gonna go so bad.
So that buys you a moment. What are you gonna do?
I'm attacking, going quick, attacking. Bash,
I
and
go quick to move and scream out the
Well,
door.
actually, I need a perception check from both of the other two of you.
Oh,
This was
shit.
not part of any plan. He's
Oh, God.
here.
Oh.
There you go. All right, Reinhold, you're at least aware. Yep. Okay. So both of you are not totally surprised by this, and you can at least take quick action.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna move towards the door and scream outside.
Help!
Yeah.
Girl or yeah.
Wrecker's gone crazy! Help! Get in here quick! He's hoping that maybe he'll just focus on Wrecker for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some things he's got to deal with.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Wrecker. You are going to do the shield bash.
yeah, it should be 2 boons base, and then -1 bane for the bash attempt.
Okay.
If possible, it's gonna be
One boon total.
1 medium monster, if you would, actually, if that's available. If not, that's too small.
Yep.
It's fine.
It is. It is.
And it's going there, 100%.
We need to take a quick break here.
Oh, that's fine. I wanted to get a shake anyway.
Yep.
Be back shortly. Oh God. Oh God, Wrecker. I can't believe that you've done this, but I was so looking forward to it.
No, that's what I have to do, a shield bash unbalancing attack. That's why. It's 2 boons based and -1. Well, it's -1 bane for the unbalancing attack. God, I hope it hits. He is caught off guard. If he's surprised, you might not. Does he use his parry? I don't think he gains his parry. Do y'all know the rules for surprise?
I think it's just let me look it up.
Might just be a base 10 I'm going after. Unless he considered the bowl a surprise attack.
There is a surprise condition. Let me see exactly what that means. Okay, 42. If he's technically surprised, the surprised creature cannot use actions, cannot move, and automatically gets a failure on all challenge rolls it would make. So we might be able to go twice, I don't know.
I want to roll a test roll on the shield attack to see what boons he has, but I'm scared it's gonna like roll a high number if I do it. Yeah, well, if I want to roll a test roll, then that's what it is, a test roll. So let's see. That is not my attack. That is me checking that, yes, it has 2 boons already factored in, so I need to input 1 bane to my roll. Because it says plus 2 dice 6. So it's going to do minus 1 bane. But if successful, he has to roll agility. And if he's surprised, then he'll automatically fall over.
And that's what it read, yeah.
Yeah. And the next attack I do against him, I get 2 boons on top of it. So I can do either a 4 boon attack with my sword, or I can do a 3 boon attack with something like a guarded attack, another unbalancing attack, something like that.
Mm-hmm. I can do a staggering shot too. Maybe keeping him on his back might not be a bad idea.
And my shield does 2 dice 6 plus strength damage. Because fight with anything raises it up from die 3 to die 6. The fighter ability adds another die 6 on top. Well, if he's still AFK, I'm going to go give me some more water. I'll be right back.
Okay, I am back.
Wrecker just left.
It's
moderate.
I assume that really was just a test roll.
Yeah, it was, because he was trying to see what if the boons were already included and all that stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's back.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Wrecker. Or Reinhold, or rather, Wolf. And you've got a monstrosity you have conjured.
So does he? We were talking. Does he have the surprised affliction?
That I'm going to give him a perception check to see if.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, I think that's what it says to do.
Yeah.
Because if he does, I think Wrecker's attack would automatically succeed his shield bash.
No, he is not surprised.
Okay.
He was expecting the soup in his face.
Well, he wasn't expecting soup in the face, but he wasn't exactly trusting of you. You guys were acting pretty suspicious. He wasn't sure, but it just didn't seem right.
You should definitely try this stew. Eat the whole thing. Nothing strange going on here.
He wouldn't actually get hit automatically with surprise. It just says he automatically gets a failure on challenge roll he would make. Can't move, can't use actions.
Yeah. So, but that's what I mean. If I think if Wrecker did a shield bash and hit, then the guy would have to roll agility, and
he would fail that. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Mm-hmm. That's
that's correct. Yeah. Hmm. Ah, you are back. Is that the real deal?
That was a test roll.
Oh crap! I had it paused. Apparently, when I put it down, I paused it. Y'all didn't even hear what I said.
Nope.
Yeah. The first was a test roll because I didn't know what boons you had keyed into the macro. This is the actual roll. So I keyed in one bane. It's a shield bash unbalancing attack,
Okay.
and that's
And that is a hit, and you do the 2 extra damage, so that would be 11.
Oh man.
and he has to make an agility test or fall, become prone. Now, if he's truly surprised, he would fail the challenge.
Yeah,
He succeeded.
We attempted a perception for him, and he is not completely surprised, so he will get a chance to not fall.
But
he does fall. Ooh.
The next attack, since that was successful, I get 2 boons to my next attack on top of my normal stuff.
Yep. All right, and he is prone. And we have a monster that you are conjuring.
Yeah, don't get scared, Record. It's fine.
I think it's safe to say I'm already quite a bit apprehensive. So. I just punched a wizard in the face with a stew ball.
Okay. All right. He falls back. He will only get a quick action this round as well.
I should have yelled "Sons of Simon, send their love" when I did it.
Okay. Ha 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 ha. All right, he is going to cast a wall of flames.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's really bad.
Try the damn stew. Yes. So a wall of flames do appear in front of him, kind of horizontally, in front. It's this big wall. So that's his quick action. Oops, that's what I meant to do. That's his quick action. So creatures or objects in the area when you cast a spell or they enter it take 3d6 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And at the end of every round from here on out, those of you right next to it will also take damage. So you and the demon or creature that you just summoned are going to take that 3d6 damage. So I will roll that.
Save for half.
I don't know that you can save for half. It doesn't say that, and it all says it if you can. So this would be for Wrecker, and this would be for the monster.
That could be worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. All right.
Yeah.
So he takes 7, you take 9. And
how far across does the wall go?
It goes 10. So
oh god.
So it's let's see. It's like that.
You can draw it. Is it like
Yeah, I could. We'll assume it's
thin red line.
Thin red line. Here, I'll do it. It's something like that. All right.
What are the rules for trying to pass through it?
You take 3d6 damage.
Okay.
So you are calling out to Matthias and Colette, so
Yes.
they can act this round too. So we'll start a new round, and
I'm gonna do a quick action.
Long.
Looking for my movement, right?
It's speed.
Actually, question about that. So with spell recovery, would you call that a spell, or would you call that an act, just a regular
that's just a
utility
regular.
action?
That's
Okay.
a regular action.
All right, long.
It's not an actual spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely long.
Okay.
You can only do one movement,
Mhm.
or can you double move?
That's a good question.
Because I already know it's going to be long, but I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if you can do two in a row.
Running there and then zigging to climb up the staircase would be cool.
Yeah, basically you can do twice. So if you want to use if you do a long action, you can use your movement and then move again as your action.
Yeah, not do that. I'm doing long.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
doing mine as well.
And your monster is just gonna rush at him and take the fire damage and attack him.
Yep.
He's not brilliantly smart. Okay. So let's see. You're all long, it sounds like, correct? And you guys outside long?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you guys can go first. He's doing a long action as well.
I'm gonna, since mine is probably gonna be inconsequential, I'm gonna move here, there.
Mhm.
Let me move my dude over there. Yeah, he just takes off sprinting this way, and then he runs up the stairs as far as he
Okay.
can go.
What is it you hold? You hold shift.
You're gonna go a little less than 10. You're going upstairs, so
Okay.
it's really more like half of that.
Okay, so probably about there then.
Yeah, that's about right.
5 yes.
What's-
bonus.
Mhm.
What's the command that you can do to move your token and it shows it in stages?
Space. You press space after every move. It sets waypoints, and then whenever you complete it, it shows it in full.
I've never tried that.
So yeah, you don't release your token until you've done all the spaces for waypoints that you
Yeah,
want
and
to
if
do.
you don't want to get burned, you're gonna have to take a wider berth than that, because you're basically running along the edge of the fire. Or give it some wider. Yeah, you'd have to kind of go out, like back to about here, and then along. Yeah. Okay.
And I will
You can
try
still
to.
feel the heat. It's very, very hot.
Is there any way I can try to get up the throne and start clambering?
That would be extremely hard because that's pretty high off the ground here. That would be an agility check with probably 3 banes.
Well, where would it be conceivable? Because in 10 meters I can get to here, but where would it be conceivable to try and pull myself up that way?
That would be pretty hard here, but maybe only 2 banes. Maybe 1 actually.
Okay.
If you want to try getting up there.
Yeah, try to clamber up.
All right, go ahead and make 1 bane agility.
Agility or strength?
You're trying to clamber, so
Okay,
I
agility.
would say agility, and then you'll have to use a strength to boost yourself up
Okay.
if you make the agility.
Which
My God.
Okay. No, you're having trouble clambering up. No harm done, but you're not up.
If there's railings, hopefully you can't see me because I'm against it.
Yeah, you're kind of out of sight from him right now. Who's next?
I'll go ahead. So spell recovery to get because I used the shrieking skull spell to cast the monster, so I'll spell recover that. And okay. We'll try this. Define is he in short range for me, would you say?
I believe that's short range.
Isn't it just your speed?
Might be. Okay.
Yeah, that seems like short range.
We'll try this. So I'm going to use Vision's End. Let's see.
You have Vision's End?
Yes, I do. I took it as it was an intoning from the Grimoire.
Yeah, but you already used Conjure Medium Monster.
Yeah, I used spell recovery to get Shrieking Skull back.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm going to sacrifice it again to do this one.
I got it. Okay. You can use an action to heal.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't cast the spell yet. Your action was to heal and get your spell back.
It's heal and regain.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, right.
Okay, so
you don't have an action left. You only have a move left.
Okay, never mind. 'Cause I thought, yeah, never mind. I thought that. I guess I asked the question wrong. It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You good?
So if you want to change what you do, that's fine.
No, that's what I still want to do this. I'll just wait till next turn.
Okay.
I'll just click it. But yeah, I guess whoever's next, or the beast, the monster.
Sure, we can do the monster next. He jumps over through the flames, and let's see how much he takes doing
He may
that.
just die. Nope, he's barely alive.
No, he's alive. He's alive.
Not for long.
And
This guy's prone though still, so right?
I believe you. Yes, he is.
He never got up.
So, yeah, it doesn't really say, but it seems like you should get a boon when attacking somebody prone.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's
Situation.
42 is all
Creatures
the.
that reach the prone creature can make all attack rolls with one boon. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Okay, there you go.
Let's see.
So, can you?
No, it's two different attacks. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you don't want to do that.
No. It's not bad. That's pretty horrible.
That's a miss, though.
Oh God.
There's no boon. Oh, the +2. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. Okay. Matthias and she will start moving cautiously in. What is Matthias doing?
First, I need to see.
let
I don't
us-
have vision. I think I'm still outside, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you
So I'm
need.
gonna-
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I never gave you sight. There you go. My bad. You should have said something sooner. I would have fixed that for you.
Oh no! I thought that was part of it. Like I'm outside, so I can't see anything. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of works though. But
So yeah, I'm gonna run up with Colette and use all my action to get in.
okay, then you can do your movement again, so you get 10 more.
Hold on.
Here
That will be my turn. I'm just trying to see how much my movement is.
It should be 10. I think we're
10.
all 10.
Yeah, it should be. It is 10. It's
Okay.
it's normal unless you have some strange.
Yep. Okay. So
bonus.
till there. That's where I'll be. That's 10.
Okay. Then as his long action, he stands up.
Does that
And-
provoke an opportunity attack or anything like that?
I don't believe it does.
No.
Doesn't say so. But let's see.
Was he disengaging?
He's standing up.
No, he's right there with it.
I'm just gonna fucking kill it.
Yes.
No need to disengage, or you can just kill it.
And he is going to he has an amulet around his neck, and he rips it off his neck and smashes it on the stairs.
Hmm.
And that is his action. End of the round, the monster's going to take more damage.
Oh, he's gonna be dead.
So I'm sure he's dead. He can't take.
Even if you roll bare minimum on every roll, he's
Yeah.
dead. Yeah, he's fucking dead.
Yeah, that's the end of that monster. He is burned to a crisp. Okay. So, where he smashed the amulet, there is a fire starting to, like flames that almost look like smoke, rising up from the ground there.
Ninja disappear. Ninja disappear.
All right, so length of actions, everyone.
Click.
Another long.
Long.
Okay. All right.
Zypher, what are you doing?
Oh shit. Long.
Okay. So, Reinhold, you're the only quick one, so you go first.
Oh, Vision's End.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and see what.
Let me see if,
Yeah,
cause
do
I mean,
that
if
one.
I have a fortune point, I'm probably gonna use it on this. I do, so I might. We'll see what happens. That's pretty good.
There you go. That is definitely that's a success.
Does not require concentration either. Oh god, pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. His eyes bulge and strain in its head. If its health is 15 or less, which it is not. If its health is 15 or more, make an intellect attack roll against the target's strength, which we just did. So that succeeded. Its health is 30 or more. No. On a success, the target becomes blinded for as long as you concentrate, up to 1 minute.
Did that, I hate to say it, but did that equation that you did up top include the one Bane?
It doesn't if his health wasn't 30
his
or more.
health is not 30 or more.
Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't read the last
Yeah,
part.
we would have had to do it over again if that was the case.
Yeah.
So you don't have to concentrate because you got a 21. At the end of each round, until the effect ends, the target must make a strength challenge roll, taking 1d6 damage on a failure. If it gets 3 failures beyond the effect. Okay. All right. Well, he is blinded.
Nice.
You can hear him scream out, and he
That's a
covers his
scary smell, man.
covers his eyes.
Yeah.
He goes all Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's-
I'm blind.
And
It's only gonna get worse.
he is doing a short action. Let's see, what can he do as a short action? When you can't see, that makes it a little tough to do anything that targets anything. Give me a second to see what he can do.
Blinded creatures. Speed becomes 2. It treats its surroundings as totally obscured, and other creatures make an attack roll with a boon against its defense or agility, and any perception challenges automatically fail.
Yeah. The perception definitely makes sense.
Totally obscured, is that what you said?
Totally obscured. And there's rules for obscurement and
And totally if it cannot be seen.
situational banes.
creatures,
So 3 banes.
It doesn't really exactly say what it does, but essentially if you have to target somebody, unless they're right physically within reach, even then you'd have banes. You just can't do it. Like you just don't see anyone, so you can't really target them. Okay, so that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Wow,
That's my boy.
that was pretty nasty.
I'm really lucky I got that 21.
There is one thing he can do, so that's what he's gonna do. He is going to cast a flaming shroud.
It's not bad.
So he is enveloped in flames, and for the duration, he's gonna If anyone attacks him in melee, they're gonna take a die 6 from the fire damage.
You're gonna put an aura on him, 10-yard aura.
I probably could do that. In fact, that's ridiculous. That's a 10-yard.
Yeah.
That's a 10-yard aura. There. How about that? That's crazy. Yeah, it's just a bright light. Okay. And the thing that has been pulled up has now fully formed this round. It is not taking any action yet, but you can see what it is.
Oh, Christ. Oh, fuck, I was afraid of that.
It's like a flaming demonic quadruped. And there are nasty flames emanating from it all.
Oh, shit.
All right. Long actions.
Mm-hmm. I'm at least going to go to the top of the stairs, and then I'll decide.
Yep.
Should I go half or?
Yeah, you're going about halvesies. I mean, I will let you attempt to take the stairs 2 at a time and make an agility check.
No, I think I'm high enough with half for now.
Yeah. Okay. All
Oh,
right.
I can't see down though from here.
No, you can move basically to here with your full turn if that's what you want to do, and then you can see him down at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not sure I do, honestly. I think I might. Like, is there a way to go upstairs from here?
There is. I have to move you. I can move you over.
Uh,
You can see what's there. If you go over to the right, that's the next floor that you're sort of now on the landing of.
Can you ping click me? I can't find it.
You're if you just go to the right.
Yeah.
From where you were.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
You're gonna go upstairs and rifle through his shit while we die.
I wonder what he has.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna move to the top of the stairs, but not all the way. Actually, kind of keep myself concealed.
Okay, so you're not showing yourself just yet.
Yeah, I see something very bright over there.
I'll put you there just so we can.
Yep.
Continue to see what's going on.
Sure.
All right. Who's
Just
next?
so I can see. I'll move there.
Wrecker's long is easy. He clambers and doesn't manage to get up the steps, so he quickly hunkers down and he starts talking to himself internally, like, "Come on, old man, you can do this. Do it for the girls. Render the wizard useless and save the world." And his first action will be and remove 6 damage.
Okay.
And then the second action will be to try and get up the stairs again.
All right. You can actually make that a triggered action. Everybody gets 1 triggered action per round.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes a triggered action needs to have a circumstance, but it doesn't really specify anything, so that could be your 1 triggered action. So
okay, cool. Well,
it's
then
kind of free.
okay, my first action then will be try to get up the fucking railing.
Yep. Go ahead. I'll give you 1 boon this time because you were kind of running and scrambling around the flame last time.
Okay.
Now you're sort of
Nice.
Okay. So you scramble up, and that was since you rolled over 20. I'll give you a boon on your strength check to haul yourself over as well. Pull yourself up. Nice. All right, you are up and over, and that was your move. What are you doing with your action?
And see what horror awaits you.
And oh, by the gods, this fiery fucking thing.
There's a lot of fire.
You saw some. I mean, there was already lots of bright, fiery light around. And as you're climbing up, you can see there's a lot more than you saw down below. It's like a bonfire over here.
It would be considered a move to engage the wizard.
At this point, yes.
What if I leapt from the stairs down on him?
Sure. That could have potentially nasty consequences, but you can try it. That would be an agility check as well.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
If you fail, you are going to roll into the flames. But as long as you're successful, you'll be okay and just land.
We know that the wizard can't do anything to you, at least.
Well, you guys don't know, but
yeah.
I haven't
Well,
said
actually,
anything.
somebody that's right next to him, yes, he can.
I guess.
With a couple of banes, he can do something if he's got to target them.
Yeah.
But you can still kind of tell when someone's right next to you.
Yeah, I just meant if Wrecker didn't move.
Yes, correct.
It is about a 60% favor to make it.
The dice always lie.
You're gonna try it?
I know. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Oh, baby,
Oh my
here we
god.
go. Here we go.
Leap like Conan. Pray to the god.
Yeah. This is a Conan move, all right. Wrong.
And this straight up agility.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll just say straight up agility. Probably I should give you a bane.
Oh, baby.
I'm just this is a brave. This is a brave move.
I
Yeah.
have height. Please.
oh shit.
Right. Yeah, you sail past him and trip on the stairs and roll right into the flames.
Oh my god.
Shit.
So you are gonna take 3d6 fire damage. That
Oh shit.
Still not bad.
still could have
It's
been
not
worse.
great.
Not great, but it could have been worse.
It's not the average.
It's-
the average, exactly.
It's a good thing he caught his breath.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh shit.
All right, Matthias.
Please help.
You tried, man. You tried.
Matthias, looking at what's happening here with the flames and all of that, he's going to follow, of all people, he can't believe himself, Otto, and first move 10, and then try and get up the stairs. Can I roll something to see if I can get up there, taking that 2 step at a time?
Yes, you got to make an agility check for that.
Okay.
Or you may fall down.
Agility check, here we go.
Got it.
Okay, so yeah, you can move pretty much almost your full movement.
Nice.
Call it like
Okay.
8, 9.
Yeah, I'm really over it this way. I'm just here to see.
Yep.
Yeah, up to there.
Okay, it is a new round, and the fire demon is active.
D6 for the eyeballs. Damage. He rolls strength. I'm sorry.
And actually, Wrecker, you're going to take a die 6 for the fire from him. And I won't punish you with the end of the round because you already took it this round. I think that's kind of to double dip on the. Ooh, 6.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't double dip on that wall.
Yeah, I'd honest. Yeah, and also in the honor of being fair, I'd rather take 1 die 6 from you being kind like that as opposed to, because technically I'm not supposed to take die 6 unless I touch him or land an attack. But I'd rather take die 6 instead of 3 die 6 from the firewall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
True.
I thank you for your kindness.
Well, yeah. Creature touches you or gets a. Oh, hey, I'm not gonna. Don't take the 6 then. Yeah, he didn't touch you. I just think you take the fire damage from the wall of fire when you move through it, or if you've already still next to it next round, then yeah, you're gonna keep getting burned. By it. I'd say that's how.
I rolled into the fire and quickly rolled away from it on fire.
Yep.
Stop,
right.
drop, and roll. Oh.
So what is your speeds here?
I'm going quick.
I'm assuming I'm considered prone, correct?
You are, yes.
Attacking from prone. Attacking from prone give any penalties? I know being attacked while you're prone.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
And just just remember you kept yourself out of sight, so a quick action is not going to let you attack.
All right, I'll do a long then. Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't see me, I'm gonna do a long.
Yeah, it's you have a bane when you try to attack.
He stood up though, right? Yeah.
Yep. Well, no.
I meant the wizard.
Record did not.
Yeah, I meant the wizard.
The wizard stood up. Yes, yeah. He's kind of still clutching his eyes. Oh, and he has to do his strength check, right?
Yeah, if he takes. Yeah, he has to do strength. Or if he fails, he takes 1d6. If he gets 3 failures in the 1 minute, then his eyes explode.
Oh, that was 1 failure.
D6. 4.
Okay. He is,
that spell, man.
1/3 of the way to having no eye.
Forbidden magic's pretty fucking rough.
That is pretty nasty. Yeah, that guy was gonna use it on you if Matthias hadn't jumped him.
Oh shit! Oh my god, good. I'm happy that Matthias did that then, because that would have been fucking horrible.
Kind of potentially saved your eyes. All right. So, who's going quick? Anyone?
Me.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
Unerring darts on the wizard.
Okay.
All 7.
Boom, boom, boom. He is hit. Ooh, let's see. What can the wizard do? The wizard just kind of stumbles up the stairs a little bit. That's really about all he can do. He hasn't gotten up from the barrel.
No, he's just sitting there. Just sitting there on the barrel.
All right. Who is... So now it's all longs.
Yeah, so I'll move.
The demon is going long.
Okay. Well, I'll move just barely so I can get in view. Let's see. Using trickery. Yeah, and then I'll shoot. So, where'd that be? About right there, maybe?
Yeah, that's fair. Yep,
okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
That's a hit. And the boon damage is from what? Do you remember?
Trickery.
Oh, okay. Yep, so it is 5. All right, that's a hit for 5.
If you attack with one boon from this talent, your attack deals one of these. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Cool. There you go. You hit him.
Yeah, he just shoots down.
The arrow kind of as it's going into him, it's burning. You can see it kind of catches fire real quick and then goes into him. And what is Wrecker and Matthias doing? Colette is there.
You can go ahead, Matthias.
Are you muted, Zypher?
He is.
Yep, I was. Matthias is going to keep running, and before he does, he's going to just shout, "Destroy the eyepiece!"
The eyepiece. It looks like that's what Reinald's trying to do, sort of indirectly.
I can't go to the other side, but he's going to use his movement to get around the steps near where Otto is. I'm not sure what the distance is.
I'll put him about like that.
Yeah, that should be 5 meters.
Yeah, a little more than that, but yep.
Okay, and
or yeah, about 5. And then what?
Hold on. They all touch. God damn it! Oh no, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Rainbow Burst at the fire demon.
Okay. Go ahead. Explodes in colorful lights.
I'm glad you didn't do the wizard.
Become dazed. Okay. So Wrecker. Actually, it's only a yard. That's not very much.
just put it in front of the.
Yeah. Okay. He has to do a perception or become dazed.
The demon, could I say the wizard's already blind?
Yeah, it was the demon. Yeah.
Yep. The demon attempted his check. And you'll see if he passed or not, based on what happens.
Cool.
All right, Wrecker.
Wrecker stands his first action. Quickly dousing patting out the flames upon him. When making an attack, do you get movement to do?
You're really not supposed to, but I would allow like a yard, maybe. Like
okay, he is going center to center. He's like 2'8". Yeah. Would you let me do a lunging attack to gain?
Yeah, if that's a thing, that's like a.
Yeah. It's one bane to gain a yard.
Yeah, so yeah, you could do that. Call it a lunging attack.
Yeah, basically do a lunge, stretching out my shoulder as far as possible with thrust, because my mindset is kill the wizard, the demon goes back to hell.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Broadsword. Minus 1 pain, and please be nice.
Nice.
Ooh, that is a hit. And
Beautiful.
you do
9
the
damage.
Okay. Nice. You do take the die 6 damage.
The flames crackle down the blade.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, shit.
God.
You're not having good experiences with fire in this campaign.
No. All right. Well, he is going to attempt to hit you with something here. Let's see. What should he do?
I don't know if you would consider lunging attack. I guess it would. You would just basically leap a yard. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, I would say. That's not very interesting.
Yeah, y'all got any healing spells? That'd be cool.
Okay, he's going to try to do this, and we will see. I'm gonna make him have to roll though to see if it hits you or not. He wouldn't normally have to do anything for
Oh
that.
my god.
Starfall. Let me.
Oh fuck. And impaired? Oh my god. This guy's fucking brutal.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to have to try to make a perception check with, I would say, 3 banes. He's got to get really lucky here to hit you, but it's possible. He did not. Okay, so he missed. So that massive flame.
Searing white light in the middle of light with fire burning behind me. Fire on the demon. Yeah.
It would. It's gonna hit like here. He had the right direction because he felt you attacking him, but it like blows up right here on the wall and destroys all the supplies you just brought to him. Shit.
My stew!
Yeah. I was going to eat that after. I really do have to crap.
Yeah. All right. And now you get to deal with the demon.
Oh fuck!
And he's gonna fiery claw you.
Oh,
So he's not dazed, I'm taking it?
Oh hell no!
Oh,
My goodness.
So he's not dazed, I'm guessing?
That's a hit.
Oh
He is not dazed.
Okay.
No.
Oh my god.
9 damage on you, Wrecker.
that will put me down at 0.
You're at 0, so you're still standing, but you're not gonna be standing for long.
Oh god, and 2d6? Oh, you gotta make a strength roll. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right, so that is the end of the round. And now, yes, Wrecker, you have to make a.
Oh.
That's my greatest achievement. I roll a 1.
All right,
2d6.
so you collapse, Wrecker.
I'm at -4.
Strength on the wizard, right?
You go down.
Strength on in the wizard as well for
Yes, indeed.
his eyeballs.
Let's see what happens.
Instead of melting from water,
Oh no!
I'm melting from fire. What the world.
Yeah, and he takes damage.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Oh.
Stay braced, lads. We may see eyeballs pop open tonight.
All right. He collapses on the stairs.
The demon is still active.
Yes.
Is the fire wall still active?
Yes.
Okay.
man.
Speeds, gentlemen.
Quick.
Super quick.
What is Colette doing, by the way?
Nothing.
She is going to act quick this round.
Okay.
Just want a quick. The quick is I can move and attack.
No, quick is you
can
just do
move
one
or
thing.
attack.
You
Yeah.
need
Okay,
to,
so I'll
you
be
need
long.
to long if you're gonna move it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
just. Do you want to go first, Reinhold? You probably would be best to go first.
It's nothing fancy. It's just going to be an unerring darts on the demon, seeing as the old man has collapsed.
That's
And
fine.
that is exactly what Colette is doing as well.
Hey, I'd say great minds think alike, but
Yep. So that is 2 7s on the demon.
I'm gonna.
And who?
I'm gonna try to shoot it with my longbow.
Okay.
bold strategy, Dad.
Yeah, well,
Old strategy, Cotton.
Oh shit! No.
it's probably
no,
miss.
no, definitely not a hit. The arrow is heading towards him, and the heat of this demon, actually, you can see the arrow bend away from it. It's like a heat wave.
Hmm.
I have a question. Is the wizard
Is the wizard what? Fire resistant?
fire immune? Because he's next to the demon.
Yes, he is fire immune.
he was on fire.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, in fact.
Pyromancy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that was your shot, Matthias.
Matthias is gonna run up the full 10 meters past the fiery dude, get burnt, and
That's
he
bold.
is going to I believe the spell is, give me a minute, just want to make sure it's the right one I'm using. Yes, I'm gonna do minor healing on Wrecker. Is my minor healing.
That looks good to me.
That will put me up. You know, at the end of the round, I'll wind up taking damage probably.
Yeah.
Both of you will.
Okay, I'm at -1.
He wakes up.
You don't go to negatives. I don't think.
You don't go to
zero.
negative.
You really just drop to 0.
So you're at
Unless you
3.
go double, right? If you go double, then
Yeah,
you're fucking
correct.
dead.
Yes.
So and it's half your healing rate. So
3.
It'll be a 3.
Yeah.
So I'm at 24 damage.
Yeah, that's not going to work out so well. Okay. The demon is going to attack Matthias then with his fiery claws.
Oh my god.
boom.
That is 12.
Okay.
And now the end of round fire for you two.
I have to make a strength rush.
Yep. You both need to make strength checks or take 2d6 fire damage.
Oh my god!
Well, you're gonna drop back down.
Oh
again.
god.
Unless
2 1s.
unless it's well, actually, yeah. Unless it's 2 1s.
Oh shit.
No, it's not. All right, Matthias.
What?
Oh no, Matthias failed as well.
Yeah.
9 for Matthias.
Holy shit. You might both be down.
1.
Why did you bring me back up?
Yeah. All right.
God.
Next round.
Quick.
Does the wizard still have to do his DC strength check or have
Yeah.
his eyeballs explode?
This would be the one.
Unconscious?
This would be the
can't
one.
you can't even see what's happening with him over
Yeah,
there.
it's fair enough. There are other concerns. Holy shit, Matthias is still up?
He is.
Wow.
How do triggered actions work? So I just know.
It depends on some actions need to have a condition sort of to make them triggered. Otherwise, you get 1 triggered action per round as sort of a freebie. So like an attack of opportunity is a triggered action, for example. So if somebody gives you an attack of opportunity and you decide to take it, then you can't do another triggered action. You only get one action per round.
I see.
Can you do a
So
triggered action to catch his breath or something?
Was there something you wanted to do?
I have something called closed wounds.
Okay. Yes, and it says something is a triggered action.
You can use a triggered action on your turn to cast a spell. If you do so, you instead no, forget it. I'm just going to do a normal action for this. I need all the healing I can get.
Okay. So, what are your speeds, guys?
Quick.
Matthias?
Quick.
Okay. You may go.
Good, Ryan.
So I'm going to do...
Or yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a close wounds and pull back 5 from the healing rate.
Okay.
That's my turn. And I can move, correct?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
only on one.
You have to do a long action to move.
Yeah, that's fine. This is cool.
Okay. So we'll do Colette. She's going to do a magic dart. And it will take a die 3 plus 1. So that would be a 2 plus 1, so 3. It's something.
All right.
Kill this thing, Reynold! I'm about to start running away.
Oh God.
Maybe we should
Alright.
run out of the tower and let it evaporate and then come
And
back
kill
in.
both of them, yeah.
Destroy the eyepiece.
I'm gonna use Earth Spike. And is that short range or no?
You can do a test run of it. You won't.
No. I know Earth Spike's short range. I just want to make sure that's short range.
Yeah. You're.
Because it's within movement range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll Earth Spike it. Give it a go. It's not bad. Not good damage.
1 damage.
Versus its agility. Let me
I
see.
go prone though.
Fire has
what
high
its
agility.
is. And what did you? Oh yeah, it's good. Good enough. So that hits 1 damage. Make a will attack roll. On a success, the target takes 1d6 and falls prone. Let me see. Okay, it falls prone.
Is there a bonus to being prone against a ranged attack?
Might be a negative.
There is actually, yeah.
Mhm.
You get a Bane attacking with a range attack against someone who's prone.
Whoops.
Good job. Should let me go first.
So he takes 1 damage.
I'll just try to shoot it with normal. I won't get my extra damage either if I hit. I hit it, probably.
You still
2.
hit 2. It's a little bit of something. All right, so it was going to do an attack on Matthias. It's going to have a Bane because it's prone. Oh, that wasn't so amazing. He missed, right?
Hold on.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
You have a terrible defense.
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
God.
You take 9 damage.
9 damage. Oh, that's excellent. I dropped out.
Oh, looking good here. The wizard's fucked, but so is everyone else.
Mm-hmm. All right, new round.
Quick.
Ice is down.
Oh man.
And the old man's aura has gone out, by the way.
Long.
Do we have to make strength rolls to avoid being burned to death?
I'm gonna assume that you are taking that fire damage slowly, but I'm gonna abstract a little bit. I mean, unless you just sit here for a long time, you'll be, at least you're getting singed, but you're okay for the moment. So long for Otto, long what for Reinhold?
Sure, quick.
Okay, so we'll Colette. So go ahead, Reinhold.
Start him.
Okay, that is 3 damage. Okay, Otto.
I'm gonna
It's doing long as well.
I'm gonna shoot it first.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna use God. I'm gonna move away on the other side, far away as I can on the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave you there for the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, I got it. You're disappearing up the stairs. All right. Yeah, and Colette does her other magic dart. Should roll. I wish I had made it roll the damage. Silly man. All right, so that's 3 more. Okay. It rises, and it's going to use a triggered action to teleport to a space it can see within medium range.
Shit.
Right at you, because you're the one he can see, and he will fiery claw you. I would
pretty bad.
Say that's 11. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be sitting cross-legged on that barrel.
No, it probably knocks me off the barrel.
Yeah, I'd say that's a... You see this streak of flame come at you rather suddenly. And it is end of round. You need to make a strength check.
Oh, this is what I excel at.
2 dice.
See you guys later. Good luck, Dad.
3.
Oh!
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Lame.
Alright, I need to look at what disengage is.
So if I'm technically at the top of the stairs, can I see the entire ground floor? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here, but I'm at the top.
From the railing you can see down, definitely. Yeah. You don't even have to go that far down to see. You could be right here and shooting.
Yeah, I just can't actually see with the map. If I go there.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's blocked. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm technically at the top of the.
So, Reinhold, if you can do what's called a retreat, which is move up to half your speed, and that does not trigger a free attack.
Okay.
If you're doing a long action though, or a short action.
A short would be, I'd be able to do the retreat, wouldn't I? Or does that require a long action?
Yes, you would, but that'd be all you could do.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's gonna just chase you though.
I'm gonna push past Colette and everything's singed and burnt up.
Yeah, she's kind of out of tricks. So as her quick action, she's also running out the door. Otto, you're doing long?
Yeah, I'm doing. No, from up here I'm doing quick.
Okay, then go ahead.
Yeah,
go first.
I'm just gonna try to shoot it again.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
that is a hit, and that would be 11. Wow, nice. Okay.
Not missing that pistol now, are you?
It's quick. It's quick.
Yeah, because it
action
does
just to
2d6
keep
damage.
rushing at Reinhold, but you moved away, which it didn't expect. So it did a quick action, and it can't attack, but it is right next to you. So make your strength check.
Nice.
Okay, you're not burned. New round.
I'm gonna shoot again, quick.
I'm just gonna go quick and try to do some things. I'm not gonna get away from it.
Okay, it's going to go long. So go ahead,
Okay.
Otto.
No.
Oh, Dad.
Oh crap, that's not good. Colette is running away.
Good call. I would be doing the same. Well, if he hits me, I'm fucked anyway. So I'm gonna try to. He can have his attack of opportunity if he wants. I'm gonna try to stone blade him.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take his triggered attack of opportunity. Go ahead, Stone Blade.
That's pretty. Yeah, agility half saves.
Nice. Agility does half.
Agility save halves damage. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. He did.
So round up
So
or
he
round
takes-
down is 4, 5.
He takes 5. Yeah. It's still up, man. And it's attack of opportunity.
I'm down.
Yep.
This thing's gonna be able to teleport. Holy crap.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. Is the doors at the top of the stair, are they open?
There are no doors at the top of the stairs, so if
There's no oh, okay, I see.
there's no doors. No.
All right. So there's just like more stairs going up, is that right?
Yep, there are
Okay.
more stairs going up.
All right, well. Short then.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was awful. Okay. He is going to rush up. And you have to make your strength check.
I'm actually going to use trickery skirmish as a triggered attack to move away from him. Or triggered action to move away from him. 5.
Yep, clever. Okay. Go ahead. All right.
Ah!
That surprised him. All right, new round.
I'm going to shoot again, quick.
Otto the hero.
Yeah, let's see if you can do this.
Oh!
Okay, and so as I do that, I'm going to use exploit opportunity as well. And so
Man.
I can take another turn.
Yes. Oh.
If
Target number by at least 5.
Yeah, so if he's 17 or
not.
oh my god. Okay.
But you can. Oh, you did a quick, right?
Yeah, I did a quick,
Alright,
so it's
still
10
go
damage.
long. It's gonna charge up there and try to fiery claw you.
Can I use skirmish again as a triggered?
Is that a once?
No, it's
per round?
it doesn't say, but it says you can use an action to move up to half your speed. You do not, so it's actually a.
It's not
okay.
so it's not a triggered action. It's an action.
Okay, my bad.
It's an action that doesn't trigger attacks.
I can do the you can use a triggered action on your turn to hide or retreat. So I guess that would be what I would do.
Which one is that?
The
triggery?
invulnerable. Should that?
Inviolable.
When you spend
Invulnerable.
at least
yeah.
1 minute talking to a creature.
Oh. No, that ain't it.
That's not it.
Oh.
Gotta be a different one.
Why is mine is different than yours?
Trickery. Yours is different?
Yeah, my. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Odd.
On the
Okay.
character sheet?
Yeah. Well, no, is I hit the macro and I see this as my macro, but that didn't sound right as well, right? So I don't know what that is. That's fine. I don't think I can get away.
I don't think you have any triggered action. That'd be kind of...
Yeah, I would just run away.
Use a triggered action on your turn to hide or retreat.
I don't know what that's from.
That's in... Yeah, what is it? That's quick reflexes.
Something.
That's supposed to be quick reflexes, and I didn't change it to from Inveigle. I must have copied the macro and then changed it. So
Gotcha.
So yes, I gotta think about how that would work though, because theoretically, then no melee guy could.
Right, I just run.
Keep doing that and go, okay, ha ha ha.
Right.
Well, if he retreats, he opportunity.
He doesn't. You don't trigger. See, with the retreat, you don't trigger a.
You only get one triggered action around, right?
Right.
So theoretically, if it's multiple people, then he might get away from somebody, but then somebody else could smack the fuck out of him.
One guy.
He could lead him around by the nose, yeah, if it's one guy, but I mean, it's rarely. This is a unique situation in which the entire party has been fucked to death.
Yes.
One
guy is running around. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta think about how I'm gonna handle this.
Yeah, that's kind of a.
What a unique set of circumstances we found.
It's unusual.
If the demon has fire,
it would come up anytime you fight one guy that is a melee only, right? Because he'd just be chasing you around infinitely, and you would just keep putting arrows into him, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
So
I wonder if that's from Montebank, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally think you should be able to use that. That's a powerful action.
Should we maybe roll agility for it or something?
But
I don't know. That's just a guess.
I think maybe every other round you got to at least roll agility or something like that.
Yeah.
If you keep doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
So agility on this round then, because he just did it.
Yeah. So just attempt an agility check. Yes.
All right, Otto. Just don't fucking fail any agility rolls for the rest of this fight, and you're fine.
So, are you retreating upstairs?
Yes.
Okay. We'll put you.
Well, actually, I will go downstairs. Because maybe if I see like that one of these guys have like a healing potion, I might, I don't know, grab it for myself. I don't know.
All right, new round.
Quick.
Okay. Long for him.
Miss,
that
I guess.
Not a hit.
Oh, God.
And he is going to rush at you.
Well, you know what I'm going to try to do?
I do.
Do I need to roll agility again? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until there's a break, then you can do it for free all over again. Okay, yep, you pull away.
Now, do I see anything on these guys like that could be useful? Any coins? Do I see any coins on that?
I don't know if they have it. Well, try a perception check with a Bane first of all.
Okay.
And if you succeed, then we'll see if they have anything.
Perception is off intelligence, right? But it's not.
Well, no, it's just perception. You should have.
I do. Oh, I see it. There it is. There it is.
PER. Yeah.
With a Bane, you said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're a little distracted, but you succeed. I don't know. Does Matthias have anything?
No. Matthias is dead.
I don't think Wrecker does either.
You don't have any coins on you? That might be of use.
Coins? Yeah, you can throw
Coins? Wait.
Oh Christ!
No,
No.
nothing. But
Okay.
you're sure
Yeah,
there's nothing.
I'm reading some forum posts and it says yes, you can on your turn attack and retreat using quick reflexes, regardless on whether or not it's fast or slow. But they go on to say that if you do a slow action, you can theoretically out-kite one person indefinitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which seems super gamey. I don't.
Yep.
Yeah, that's too much.
Agreed.
So, so it's a new round, Otto.
Quick.
Yeah. Just
There
gonna
goes nothing.
Keep trying. Oh, that is a hit.
7. No.
Let's kill
yeah,
this
7.
thing.
7, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh God, it's still up.
My God.
Make your agility.
Yeah, I'll be going up the stairs this time.
And I think the wall of fire is gone now.
If it's gone, I'll go down.
It's
Oh
gone.
man. Oh baby.
Oh yeah.
All
right.
Backflips.
New round. You
Yeah, I'm just like running backwards, like shooting. Oh no!
And it's. This is crazy.
This is amazing.
Well, that's that.
No.
Oh God.
That would have been amazing if it
It
hit.
is
Jesus
so
Christ.
angry at you right now.
Well, all right, here we go.
Oh shit.
Ah!
Oh! He's a machine.
You are a machine.
Oh my God!
Keep going.
All right, well, ad nauseum. Hold on, let me look at something here.
It's the most work this guy's ever done in his life.
Exactly.
All right, I'm just gonna shoot again. No.
Oh God.
Oh, you know what it's doing.
Shit.
No.
Oh no!
Oh shit! Uh-oh. Alright, he's gonna attack.
Oh fuck!
11.
That's a crit.
It is.
Yeah, it's. I'm only gonna do 11. Just,
Oh my god.
but now you
no.
gotta try your strength check though.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
Not my forte.
Oh.
Shit.
Double 1. Oh. Guess who's going to sleep?
Yeah. It was fun while it lasted.
That's not good.
Shit. Oh man, you almost had it. All right, you go down. All right, everybody's down. I'm gonna have to think about what happens here, and we'll pick it up next time.
Oh my God.
Beat the wizard.
You sure did. And yes, his eyes exploded.
That's all that mattered to me.
But his little minion there.
Oh yeah, I'm curious because if it's summoned, I'm assuming it's summoned for a duration. If it has no master,
No, it was not summoned.
Yeah.
I was imprisoned and then free.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
Well, hell, it's free. It's got no master. It'd be fucking hauling ass.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. It'll go out and burn the hell. Shadowshade's probably going to start burning down in a couple days.
Good.
Even if we do live.
Well, you said that the campaign was supposed to end in 10 sessions. There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Exactly.
go. Seems good. We had a Benny Hill chase.
All I ask is you name this episode. Try the stew.
I was actually gonna call it of mushrooms and laxatives, but
Try the stew.
try the stew, please. Yeah,
Should have kept her spiking. No, he
it's
would have
really
anyway.
good. Yeah,
I'll stop it there.
that the demon has 1 hit point left.
Oh.
1 1 point.
You stopped the recording. Ah.
Man.